Marcus Aurelius truly was remarkable. He's considered as the last of the 5 good emperors who genuinely cared for his people. He was also a devout student of the philosophy of Stoicism. During his rule, Aurelius found the time to construct a series of autobiographical writings now known as the Meditations. In these writings, the Roman emperor offered a number of key insights on how to live a happy life, which is why today on Downtown Success we have for you 10 of the most important insights for happiness from the writings of Marcus Aurelius. Number 1. Seek to build your own character. Marcus Aurelius says, "The mind in itself has no needs, except for those it creates." We live in a materialistic culture. We're constantly bombarded with advertisements telling us about the latest gadgets we need to own. The media constantly exposes us to the lives of the rich and famous. When we seek happiness in the form of material possessions, we will never find joy. There's always something else to want: a bigger house, a faster car, more money in the bank. Furthermore, when we seek fulfillment in the form of physical things, we place our happiness in the hands of others. The point is that no material thing ever really belongs to us. Everything can be taken away. If we define ourselves by how many bedrooms our houses have, what would happen if we lose the house? The point here is that rather than seeking material wealth in life, we should learn to build our character. We should seek to become kind, honest, and hard-working people. We should educate ourselves and learn to treat others with respect. After all, our house can burn down, somebody may steal our car, and our business may fail at some point. The one thing that can never be taken away from us? Our character. It's only our character that defines us and carries us through life. A man can rise or fall just due to the virtues or faults of his character, and it's often this that leaves a legacy. Number 2. Stop seeking the praise of other people. Marcus Aurelius says, "It doesn't matter how good a life you've led, there'll still be people standing around the bed who'll welcome the sad event." There are 7 billion people on this planet, and to try and live a life that pleases every single one of them is utter madness. Whether you're trying to get hundreds of likes on Instagram or hoping to connect with someone on Tinder, sometimes it can seem like our happiness depends on other people in today's society. But there are ways to stop seeking the approval of others. The key is to begin with addressing your own thought process. Rather than seeking approval from external influences, try to find true happiness by developing a more stable relationship within yourself. Learn to understand that if someone dislikes you, it's not because you're not funny or kind or a clever person. There are going to be people who disapprove of you no matter what you do or say, so you may as well live your life as authentically as you can. If you disagree with someone's political opinion, don't pretend otherwise. Or if your friends make a comment you find hurtful, let them know. In the words of French novelist André Gide, "It's better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for what you're not." Number 3. Focus only on what you have control over and ignore the rest. Marcus Aurelius says, "The cucumber is bitter, then throw it out. There are brambles in the path, then go around them." That's all you need to know, nothing more. There are only 2 things in this life we have control over: our thoughts and actions. That's it. The rest is out of our hands. But how often in life do we waste time and effort complaining about things in which we simply have no influence over? Emotions such as anger are not always useless. Sometimes they motivate us to take action in times of injustice. However, there are many occasions where such emotions simply serve no purpose. Take traffic, for example. You can shout, swear, and beep your horn as much as you like, or you can relax and listen to the radio. Either way, you're stuck in the traffic jam and there's nothing you can do about it. The next time you feel frustrated or angry at some situation or comment somebody makes, ask yourself, is this anger useful? Does it serve a purpose? You can't control other people. You can't control what they say, do, or think. So stop paying so much attention to others and simply focus on your own life. Number 4. Do something productive with your anger. Marcus Aurelius says, "How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it?" When you get very angry and lash out, it's already too late because you've set in motion events that end up causing you regret and sadness later on. However, the best time to reflect upon our anger and rage is when we're not angry. By allowing yourself the consciousness and awareness of what anger can do in your life, you prime your mind and feelings to be able to choose a gentler path when you get angry. By all means, feel anger, but instead of lashing out, leverage the energy and power of anger to make something productive and creative for others and for yourself. Change your anger into productive and creative pursuits. Number 5. Negative emotions are a result of negative thinking. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, your ability to control your thoughts, treat it with respect. It's all that protects your mind from false perceptions, false to your nature and that of all rational beings. The negative emotions we experience are often just the result of how we interpret things. Let's take the example of two friends, Jack and Jill, who were both invited to a mutual friend's birthday party. Jack, a very extroverted individual, is excited at the prospect of attending such a party. He views it as a great opportunity to meet a bunch of new people. Jill, on the other hand, is filled with anxiety and dread. She doesn't know anyone and fears that she'll have nobody to talk to. This is a great example of how two people can have very different reactions to an identical situation. We should try to learn that the anxiety, worry, or anger we experience is not a result of our environment. Those things happen because of our way of thinking. Because of that, we have the ability to empower ourselves and take back control of our emotions. Number 6. Be prepared for any outcome and act with resilience. Marcus Aurelius says, the art of living is more like wrestling than dancing, insofar as it stands ready against the accidental and the unforeseen, and is not apt to fall. The secret of happiness is resilience in the face of adversity and setbacks. It's interesting that people who thrive and flourish in their lives see adversity differently, and more importantly, they're prepared for any outcome. For them, life is about making adjustments as setbacks happen, and see the bright side of what's going wrong. When you don't allow failure to stop you, you're able to take small steps and move forward regardless of your fears and resistance. Look at life through the favourable lens of perspective and the moving continuum of time. As Marcus Aurelius so correctly points out, the current of time is strong, and this too shall pass. Number 7. Be insanely grateful for what you have. Marcus Aurelius says, take full account of what excellencies you possess, and in gratitude, remember how you would hanker after them if you had them not. Many times we forget all the amazing things and people in our lives and exclusively focus on what we don't have. Marcus Aurelius wisely says that you should place yourself in the position of not taking for granted all the great people and situations that you have in your life. If you did not have them in your life, how would your life be different, and how much would you crave to have them in your life? This is a simple but highly effective practice to feel a deep level of gratitude for everything that's going right in your life. We forget the simple pleasures in life, such as being alive, close family and friends, the ability to love and enjoy, by being excessively focused on what we do not have and what's going wrong. Counting your blessings and appreciating what you have makes you feel great and increases your levels of happiness. Number 8. Tolerance is not judging. Marcus Aurelius says, people exist for each other. You can instruct them or tolerate them. We are all part of an elaborate network that binds us to others. We cannot escape, and isolation will only make us live a life unworthy of being lived. Looking with compassion on others allows us to abandon or mitigate our judgments about them. You have to know how to share and teach, but that doesn't make us responsible for others. We must take responsibility only for ourselves. Trying to change the way others behave to adapt to what we expect from others will only lead to unhappiness, because the actions of others and their consequences are theirs and theirs alone. Number 9. The peace you need is in you. Marcus Aurelius says, today I escaped anxiety. Or no, I discarded it, because it was within me, in my own perceptions, not outside. It's easy to forget that everything we experience happens in the space between our ears. Fear, anger, regret, joy, sorrow, peace, second-guessing, overthinking, stress, confidence, and everything in between. Our emotions define our experiences, and it's in the brain that we decide what emotions to respond with based on those experiences. See that everything we experience originates from within, and you'll realize that you have a great deal more control than you thought over how you feel on a day-to-day basis. Learn to manage the domain of your emotions, and you'll learn how to master a big part of happiness. Number 10. Appreciate the shortness of life. Marcus Aurelius says, not as though thou hadst thousands of years to live, death hangs over thee. Whilst yet thou livest, whilst thou mayest, be good. If we can live every day like it's our last, we get to the important things right away without wasting any time. Most people forget their own morality and act and behave as if they'll live forever, and suspend their dreams and wishes for later. The key lesson from Marcus Aurelius here is that we should learn to appreciate just how little time we have, and to start living our lives today. We often tell ourselves that tomorrow will be the day we start exercising, tomorrow will be the day that we apply for that job, tomorrow will be the day that we start writing that book. In the English language, tomorrow is one of the most dangerous words. Stop living for tomorrow and start living for today. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up below, and don't forget to check out our other video, 10 Stoic Teachings of Marcus Aurelius We Desperately Need Today. And for more videos like this, of course, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.